Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon Perna, and so many of you have asked me to do a mock draft. Do a mock draft! Do a mock draft! Do a mock draft! Well, I'm not gonna mock a full first round or mock every Broncos draft pick. I hate guessing games. That's why I always thought this game was bullshit. And it's why I never watched this piece of shit movie. And it's why I'm not going to guess what the Broncos or any other NFL team is going to do in the draft, because one early surprise pick or trade makes all that guesswork complete bullshit. Bullshit. So instead, I will tell you what I would do with the 5th overall pick, me personally, and I'll show you how the Broncos could end the Patriots dynasty with a couple savvy draft moves. P.S. Please do not show this video to Bill Belichick. I do not want him to see the blueprint for his demise. That's good sports. I do have Big Dick Patreon shoutouts for Jeremy McClement, Eric Gordier with a 10-spot monthly donation, James Bowles upping their pledge to $3, a lovely donation from I overdrafted my account for you, Brandon. Enjoy it while it lasts. All I've ever asked of all of you is that you go broke for me. And finally, Perna's Big Dick. Let me repeat that one. Perna's Big Dick and Lee Starrett with the Lucky Sevens. I do offer a podcast for my patrons only, so you get access to that as well. Now, that leaves us here. What should the Broncos do with the 5th overall pick in the draft? What should they do? Well, if Baker Mayfield or Josh Rosen is there, I would take one of those guys. And right now, I'm leaning towards Josh Rosen. He's arguably the best player of the group, and his biggest criticism thus far is he's too smart. He's too smart to be a fucking quarterback? Fuck off, Jim Mora. That's harsh. Jim Mora, I guess, tried to clarify what he meant, but he said Josh Rosen needs to be challenged intellectually so he doesn't get bored. And that he's a millennial, so he wants to know why. You know what other quarterback needed to know why, was too cerebral, and challenged his coaches? Ryan Leaf. I'm just kidding, it was Peyton Manning. The other knock on Rosen is he hasn't improved since his freshman year. That's also bullshit. I call bullshit. His completion percentage went up. His yards per game went up by 60 yards. His touchdowns went up, and he shaved off an interception. His sophomore year, he got hurt. But I see improvement through his college career, and I also see a guy who was pretty damn good from day one as a freshman. It's hard to show drastic improvement if you're not an ass sucker at the quarterback position as a freshman. Now today, Chris Harris spoke in front of the media, and I believe he kind of speaks for the team when he said he doesn't think the Broncos should draft a quarterback at 5. They want a playmaker, a guy who can make an impact from day one. And I support that as well. I don't really care if they take a quarterback or if they take a fucking playmaker right now. You know why? Because whoever the Broncos take at 5, I am going to love unconditionally. And that's what being a fan is all about. Pretending that no matter what happens, it was the goddamn right move. That's what I'm gonna do. Life's better that way, instead of being a goddamn naysayer all the time. Now, I'm not gonna do a big argument for Baker Mayfield because I think everyone already knows he's a winner. He's accurate with the ball, and he's going to fight for everything on the field. He was a walk-on twice at 2 different schools and won the Heisman Trophy. Not that the Heisman Trophy award translates to success at the NFL level from a quarterback position, but he's a gamer. I know it, you know it, I think the Broncos know it. Either of those guys, Rosen or Mayfield, are there, I would take them. That's what I would personally do. Now, if Rosen or Mayfield are gone, then there's lots of great options left. And I would be taking either Quenton Nelson, Bradley Chubb, or even the corner from Ohio, Denzel Ward. I think you take the best offensive player or defensive player available at that spot if those 2 QBs you love, and you gotta love one of them, are gone. If you don't believe you need a quarterback that early in the draft, then you've got other great options. Now, you might be reaching for a guy like Denzel Ward at 5, but look at it this way. The Broncos already had a lot of success with a guy who had the last name Ward in the secondary, too, and Denzel Washington is the best actor ever. Denzel Washington, the best actor ever. Combine those names, and you probably have the best corner ever sitting there at 5 for you. And the Broncos are not currently set up to replace Aqib Talib adequately. I think Bradley Roby has a very good chance to replace him as the starter, but there is a huge fucking difference when you have 2 starting caliber corners or 3 starting caliber corners on the defense. Maybe Tremaine Brock emerges as the guy who can be that 3rd starting corner. But I want 3 corners in the secondary at all fucking times in this passing league. To me, that's a no-brainer. So if the Broncos take a corner high, I will also be happy. I don't care if the Broncos pick at 5 or if they trade back, say with Buffalo for 2 picks in the first round. Everything depends on what happens in front of you if you're the Broncos in the draft. You pick at 5 if one of the guys you love is there. That could be Nelson, it could be Chubb, it could be Barkley, it could be Rosen, or maybe all those guys are gone, so you move back and you grab a couple quality players. There's lots of options here. Is trading back with a team like Buffalo gonna give you as much value with 2 picks in the first round as 1 really high pick? Nobody knows right now. This is a goddamn crapshoot. It is a crapshoot, and everybody who has strong opinions one way or the other will probably be wrong. Everybody is gonna be wrong, is pretty much the point here. Again, I just assume whoever the Broncos take will be a Hall of Famer, because I'm an optimist. Let me show you how to say something that will probably come back to bite you in the ass. Whatever you do, Denver Broncos, do not take Josh Allen at number 5. I do not trust him at all right now. And now that I have said that, Josh Allen will probably be the only good quarterback from this draft. That's how unpredictable this stuff is. Right now, John Elway has to be praying to be incredibly lucky. That's what the Broncos need in this draft, is some frickin' luck. I've heard people arguing all the time, guys on the radio. One says definitely take a quarterback at 5. The other says definitely don't take a QB at 5. And I feel like that's how fans are kind of divided with this Broncos draft. If we're divided 50-50, then Elway is in a position where whoever is selected will piss off half of the fans. It's an almost impossible position to win in. I've also seen enough mock drafts to know that all the draft experts don't even agree what the Broncos should do. So if you think there is one right answer here, I beg you to reconsider. Except in that if the Broncos get the perfect player at 5, that is the right answer. Getting a future Hall of Famer at 5 is the right answer. The problem is, not even the teacher of this test has the correct answer. Is it D, all of the above? E, none of the above? A, Baker Mayfield? B, Josh Rosen? C, Bradley Chubb? I don't know why I went out of order there, but it's a crazy test that nobody has the answers to. And even the right answers might be wrong if that player goes to the wrong team. Now I can possibly answer this question. Who is the safest bet? I like a safe bet. I'm not a gambler. That's really who I am. And that's the difference between John Elway and me. Well, that and accomplishments, notoriety, and about $140 million in net worth. Other than that, John Elway and I are exactly the same. To me, I think Quenton Nelson is the safest bet at 5. He may be the best player in the draft next to Saquon Barkley. The problem is, he plays an unsexy position. It's like driving the safest luxury car on the road versus the most exotic, fastest luxury car. To me, he has the best chance to be the best at his position for a very long time. And as a guard, his chances at staying healthy are better than most other players at that position, statistically speaking. And the line has been an issue for the Broncos for going on 3 full seasons now. But here's what I would actually do if I were the GM of the Broncos. I would use my draft position to destroy the New England Patriots. The rumor out there is they want to select a quarterback, and they currently have the 31st and 23rd picks in the first round. The other rumor is they are high on Josh Rosen, which is why the Broncos should take Rosen. But let's focus on destroying New England, okay? First, I call up Bill Belichick, who is sick of Tom Brady and his weird-ass trainer, Alex Guerrero. If I'm John Elway, I get on the phone and I call up Billy Belichick. I go, hey, Billy, it's me, Johnny. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? Okay, good. We still hate each other. All right, here's the deal. I've got a trade scenario for you. Bill, I'll offer you the 5th overall pick and a 2nd rounder for Tom Brady. And maybe you throw in either the 23rd or 31st overall pick for me. Boom, Belichick takes the deal. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, cool, the Broncos have Tom Brady, yeah! We're gonna do what we did with Peyton Manning and win another Super Bowl, yeah! Wrong! Tom Brady's the worst. Nobody likes him. I don't want to see him in Denver. Then you call up Cleveland and you trade Tom Brady to the Browns for the 1st and 4th overall pick in the draft. And you throw in whichever first rounder the Patriots gave you to sweeten the deal if necessary. Then you take Josh Rosen number 1, really sticking it to New England, and Bradley Chubb at 4, ensuring the Patriots don't get the quarterback or pass rusher they want, and you set that organization back several years, and you get stronger while destroying your biggest threat in the AFC. That's what I would do. That's why I would own the draft. I'd be the most savage, vicious, intelligent, handsome, smart, richest, beloved GM in NFL history. But what do I know? I just have leather on my elbows of my jacket. That's a sign of intellectualism. Now please, if you've got 4 minutes and 25 seconds, I beg you to watch my last video, If NFL Draft Prospects Were Too Honest. I'm rarely proud of the videos I make here. They all seem the same to me, but this one's good. Damn fine. Damn freaking fine. Watch it. Watch it, motherfucker, watch your freaking video.